into Olympus, I saw that the ants were in full-out brood transport mode. They were moving in the young, which meant the emigration into Olympus was official and full steam ahead. Watching the ants moving in all that brood was just magical. So awesome! Behind the driftwood, ants were busy constructing barricades to help usher and protect the highway of ants marching in to their new home base. Check out that highway, AC family. These ants are all so in sync and committed to the move. I guess these ants here are starting early with nest construction. They, after all, have a very important task. They need to ensure there is a suitable fortified subterranean space, large enough to house a super colony of thousands of ants and their 4 huge queens. Not to mention, in a short time period before the arrival of the royals. Speaking of which, here comes a super major now. This is one of the smaller super majors, but trust me, they get bigger. Let's look out for the big ones, the ones the minor ants love to ride. The super major made its way up the highway and into the nest. It did seem like there was a lot of brood for the colony to transport. After all, with 4 queens, each constantly laying eggs, it meant the ants were caring for a lot of young. And oh, AC family, what I saw next left me utterly speechless. No, it wasn't that super major. And nope, it wasn't that super major either. But cool to see minors riding it. But these super majors were merely security guards, because emerging into Olympus airspace, I watched wide-eyed as the clump made a grand entrance. AC family, as if hearing angels singing, I was spellbound as one of the colony's queens made her way down the tube towards Olympus. Wow! The hairs on my arms stood on end. She was just huge! And look at that amazing royal procession. Workers carrying babies behind her like a long regal veil as she sort of slid down the tube. What a sight and opportunity to witness. The super majors moved ahead of her, and all surrounding ants clumped up together so that their queen could slowly and safely descend down the steep, smooth slope of the tube and onto the driftwood as they escorted her down. Following behind her, another Royal Guard super major, ensuring her safety. Isn't this crazy, AC family? It was like watching a president proceeding down a parade.
Alright, Shalom. This is Harawan Ban Yasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp. When I say Kal Halayim, La Yahweh, Ba Hashem Yahweh Shai, Ba Hashem Harakah Kodash, Ma'amah. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders. Shalom to you, Akim, and Akwatim, and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the 4 corners of the earth. Yeah, man, I was watching that video with my kids, and that part just stood out to me, man. Where it had that queen ant showing up with a whole percussion or with royal guards and what they call major ants. And he had all the workers working and preparing it, but setting up the wall and defense and preparing the way, right? And it just had me thinking about scriptures, man, how Yahweh Shai going to show up. And the guy was like, he got a pretty good channel too, man. It's called Ant Canada. And he get pretty detailed into the stories, man, you know, and it's kind of entertaining. But anyway, the Lord told us to look at the ants when it comes to doing his work, and how Yahweh Shai is going to show up with all the holy angels. And, you know, the word queen just means whore. All right. So ants act in that way. If you see lions, they act different. They have the lion and multiple female lionesses. But you see the ants is a queen and a bunch of queens and then a bunch of tiny males. You know what I'm saying? So in this sense, now if we take it in the spiritual way, we would have to throw away that word queen and look at the word just the spiritual part of it, which would be the royalty arriving, all right, or wisdom, which was given to who? Yahweh Shai, all right, or even the tiny ants, the worker ants, they were preparing the way before the royalty showed up. And they had, it was just crazy. That was kind of majestic seeing that. All right. And the Lord set the animals, the insects, and everything up in order in that way. All right. Proverbs 6:4. Give not sleep to thine eyes, nor slumber to thine eyelids. Right. I just woke up to sleep my damn self. So I jumped up, just knocked out a lesson. Now I'm trying to do another one. Now it says, nor slumber to thine eyelids, right? So you're basically always watching, always studying. If you're not doing a lesson, you're studying. If you're not studying, you're praying or teaching somebody. It says, meditating. Deliver thyself as a roe from the hand of the hunter. All right, who's the hunter? Esau. So how you deliver yourself? By turning to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. All right, turning to the deliverer from the hand of the hunter, man, from the traps that he got set. And as a bird from the hand of the fowler, man. The fowler set a bird trap with a little stick and pull the string. And that's what Esau's into, man. They set up traps, stumbling blocks. And this new world order, that's a trap coming upon the people. So the Lord said you can be delivered from that. It says, go to the ant, thou sluggard. All right. So scriptures like this will keep you busy in this work, or preparing and doing the work. Go to the ant, thou sluggard. Just in case anybody thinks it's crazy, looking at that ant colony. Well, the scriptures tell you to look at the ants, and see the order. They had order, man. And they had, it was just crazy how they was preparing the move and setting up the base and setting everything up for that giant queen ant to show up, man. They had all the ants on her back and it was crazy, man. It looked real majestic, man. And it just had me thinking about how Yahweh Shai gonna show up with all the holy angels, ministering to him, serving him. All right, he got his rewards with him. His bodies, his new bodies. The new bodies for the elect. It's crazy, man. Deliver thyself as a roe from the hand of the hunter, and as a bird from the hand of the fowler, man. Go to the ant, thou sluggard. Consider her ways and be wise. So consider her ways, right? That queen ant, how she send out the workers, which having no guide, overseer, or ruler, all right, they have no head. It's just the queens. It was like 4 of them on that video. All right. But just like us, you have elders, you have brothers in this truth. You have new babes in the truth. You have apostles, right? But Yahweh Shai is not here yet. So once he's here, our head is here. Our ruler, is here. Our overseer. It said what? Which having no guide, right? So he's our guide in the spirit. The spirit guides us, and that's faith. Believing that which is not seen. Which having no guide, overseer, or ruler, provideth her meat in the summer, and gathereth her food in the harvest, having everything planned out in order, being real organized with your life, man. Especially if you're in this truth. All right. If you call yourself being a man of the Lord, or the elect, then you got to apply wisdom. Wisdom is a tool to be applied into your life, and for this work. How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard? When wilt thou arise out of thy sleep, man? And that's to most of our people that are not on their watch. All right. The Lord saying, yo, let's get it. Let's get busy. let's do this work. He about to show up, and the times are at hand. You got a market crash breathing down the neck of America, earthquakes and tsunami, volcanoes popping up, wars breaking out, civil wars, uh, plagues popping up. It says, yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. That cozy feeling. So shall thy poverty come as one that travaileth, and thy want as an armed man. So, that's mainly for 2/3 of our people that's going to be sleeping, still in the congregation of the dead when these judgments come upon the earth. All right. So the Lord said poverty is going to come upon them. Matthew 16:24. Then said Yahushua unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. All right. So that's what we do. We take up our cross and follow Yahweh Shem Yahushua, not wearing a cross around your neck, but the affliction, the adversity, walking in the footsteps of Yahushua, bearing his spirit in this society, and going through the affliction he went through, and doing the work. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? All right, Salaki. Matthew 16:25. For whosoever, actually 26. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? For the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his Father. So Yahweh Shai is going to show up in the glory of Yahweh. And that's what I was thinking about when I seen that giant ant showing up with all those other ants they said, it just looked kind of glorious, man. You know what I mean? It took my mind to these scriptures. And it said, it was like a reward for the ants working and getting prepared. They had a purpose. All right. And just like Yahushua, we got a purpose. We working. We the ants. And Yahushua is going to arrive, man. He's going to arrive in a royal fashion with a royal percussion and more than a president, more than a king, man. A God coming in the power of Yahweh too. All right. Yahweh going to have his hand on him. For the Son of Man, Yahushua, shall come in the glory of his Father. So the glory that Yahweh gave to Yahushua, man. Glorified body, you can't imagine. Glory of his Father with his angels, so the angels, and then he shall reward every man according to his works. All right. Let me get this one. This is Luke 9, and 25. For what is a man advantaged if he gain the whole world and lose himself or be cast away? All right. So you don't want to be cast away. To gain this whole world and it all be destroyed and you be destroyed with it. So to do this work is to hope for the arrival of the royals, Yahweh Shai, man. All right. And the holy angels in the presence of Yahweh. And the elect that died in Yahweh Shai. For what is a man advantaged if he gain the whole world and lose himself or be cast away? For whosoever shall be ashamed of me and of my words, right? You see how YouTube threatening people. Even when you're out there teaching, you have scoffers and in your families. But that's why you're not supposed to be ashamed of Yahweh Shem Yahushua's words. All right, because that's part of the affliction. Of him shall the Son of Man be ashamed when he shall come in his own glory. So he coming in his own glory. All right, as I was saying before, right? He's gonna show up glorified And in his father's glory, Yahweh's glory, Yahweh gonna send his spirit upon him as well, magnifying him, and of the holy angels, and in the glory of the holy angels. All right, his wings. All right. So it says, but I tell you a truth, there be some standing here which shall not taste of death till they see the kingdom of Yahweh. All right. So, all right. Luke 12:34. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. And you can tell by those ants that were working and preparing and building the walls, and putting mud, bringing mud further into that tube so that queen ant wouldn't fall. And the whole percussion that came with it. And they said, what? For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. So if your mind is on the kingdom, your mind is on Yahweh Shai showing up, then that's what you're going to prepare for. But if you're not preparing for that, then nobody's going to see any movement from you. Nobody's going to see any work from you. You're going to be asleep, right? Or occupied in this world. If somebody see you building something, you're building a house, you're either preparing for a family, preparing for a war, preparing for a storm, preparing to live in it, all right. So, and we're building a spiritual house around the world with the hopeful elect, the tabernacle of King David. So we're preparing for Yahweh Shai to deliver us, the hopeful elect, Yahweh Ratazah. All right. Let your loins be girded about, and your lights burning. See, let your lights be burning, man. All right, that the light of your mind be a flame 24/7 in study and teaching, in prayer, meditation, anything that's dealing with this work. And ye yourselves like unto men, that wait for their Lord. All right, and that's what we're doing this work, keeping your lights burning, and the oil in your lamps, right? And yourselves like unto men that wait for their Lord. See, just like the ants. When he will return from the wedding, that when he cometh and knocketh, they may open unto him immediately. It's crazy, right? Blessed are those servants whom the Lord, when he cometh, shall find watching. When he show up in all his glory, they're going to be glorified with him, man. And he see you doing the work. Verily, looking and waiting for his arrival. All right, they should not be ashamed that wait for him. Verily, I say unto you, that he shall gird himself and make them to sit down to meat, and will come forth and serve them. It's crazy, man. Just like that giant ant in that ant reserve. When it showed up, that's how the other colony gets to eat, because of the queen ant. All right, the ruler, I should say. But they have no set ruler. It's like 4 or 5 different queens. Our set ruler is Yahweh Shai, the king, the lion, all right? The God, under Yahweh. Blessed are those servants whom Yahweh Shai, when he cometh, shall find watching. Verily I say unto you, that he shall gird himself and make them to sit down to meat, and will come forth and serve them. Wow, man. In the spirit, he's doing that. And also in the kingdom, he's going to give us new wine. He's going to give us everything we need. We're going to go to him for the want of all things, as it should be. And if he shall come in the second watch, or come in the third watch, and find them so, blessed are those servants, man. All right, just like that arrival of that percussion of ants. When it was like, it sounded like angels singing, man. Right? This is Matthew 25 and 31. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. And before him shall be gathered all nations. And he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats, right? The Lord gonna pick up his elect of the children of Israel through the chariots. He's gonna send out his angels to gather the elect. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand. He's doing that now in the spirit. But the goats on the left, right? Pushing the wicked, they're waxing worse and worse, getting pushed to the left-hand side, 2/3 of our people. Then shall the king say unto them on the right hand, Come, ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. All right, so I'm gonna end with this again, man. Proverbs 6:6. Go to the ant, thou sluggard, consider her ways and be wise.